Hey guys, the holiday season can be a crazy time of year. So who better to spend this crazy time of year with than The Asylum? Since I'm doing this review during the Christmas season, you might be asking yourself, what could The Asylum possibly be ripping off this time? The answer is, are you ready for this? The Dog Who Saved Christmas. Yeah, it's not enough that they have to rip off Hollywood blockbusters for material, now they have to rip off movies that were already rip-offs of other movies. Unlike that movie, however, we won't be getting an ungodly succession of sequels afterwards. This movie is, quite literally, Alone for Christmas. In this movie, where a dog has to fend off some burglars from robbing his house, we open on a dog fending off some burglars from robbing his house.
Hey, where's that dog? Shh, keep quiet.
Well, gotta give the movie points for efficiency. It's not wasting any time with things like build-up or character development, it just dives right into the central conflict. We then see the opening titles, outlining the relationship of our main characters, Bone and Columbus. Columbus causes trouble, and Bone gets blamed for it. In the midst of this animontage, we see one of the kids dressed up as the Sharknado for Halloween. Is that stupid? Awesome? Or stupidly awesome? Awesomely stupid? But Columbus isn't a bad dog. He only makes mischief as a result of him trying to protect the house.
Psst, I heard something downstairs.
Columbus, it isn't Santa. Christmas is still a day away.
I know. This is something else. I sense danger.
I get this way when I sense danger.
He tries to rescue one of the Christmas presents when he hears it talking, but uh-oh, Bone gets blamed for it instead. The dad, played by David DeLuise, decides that the only thing to do to save his Christmas vacation is to take Bone to a kennel.
He's gonna stay at the kennel, and that's how it's gonna be. I have to put my foot down. I am the boss, I am the head of this household.
And that was your opening statement before any objections were made. That doesn't inspire a lot of confidence, Daddy.
Moving on out! The faster we get to Grandma and Grandpa's, the faster we get eggnog.
Yay! Eggnog! Eggnog! Eggnog!
Generally, little kids don't like eggnog, so I'm just going to assume that she's getting excited for the liquor.
What's eggnog?
The Asylum! Movies so bad that they instantly ruin your jokes. We then meet Jake, the ringleader of our band of thieves, posing as a mailman so he can scope out his next target. He reconvenes with his cronies, not Fat Guy and not Macaulay Culkin, as they partake in a little mail fraud.
Score! Gift certificate for Chuckle Cheese. We have our Christmas Eve dinner.
Really? Chuckle Cheese? I fully understand wanting to avoid copyright infringement.
There's right and there's wrong.
But you couldn't go for the more obvious and less awkward choice of Charlie Cheese? The family gets to the kennel, but the daughter doesn't want Bone to go.
I love Bone, just as much as you do, but he was bad. Wouldn't like it if Dylan opened up all your presents.
Right, like I care about Little Miss Wet myself.
Who you trying to fool, kid? We all know you got a whole collection of Huggas in your closet. I gotta agree with the daughter, though. This place is a nightmare.
Save yourselves!
No tag! You're it!
Oh. Dog poop.
You gonna clean that up?
No, I'm covered in dog poop. Hey, how you doing? I'm Anthony. But my friends, they call me, Triple A.
Your friends don't know how to count.
Watch yourself. Watch these guys.
Come here.
There you go. So, how long in for, Bone?
Well, just a couple of days. Yeah, I had called earlier, but you seem really busy, so...
Sir, I've been doing this for 23 years, 15 weeks, about 9 hours, 15 minutes.
And how many houses have you gone through since you started this business? So he lets AAA take Bone, and they're off to their family vacation at Grandma's house.
Did you unplug all the appliances?
Yeah.
And the lights are on timers?
Taken care of.
And all the doors and windows are locked?
Yes, dear.
Are you absolutely sure? You're a movie father, which means your incompetence is off the charts. I just want to make sure you're not going to accidentally blow up the house or something. By the way, where exactly are they? I know that sunlight can blot out the scenery if you're filming from inside a car, but what's with all the white? I guess Grandma's house is in another dimension or something? Back at the kennel, Bone meets this one dog who's not feeling like himself.
So, what happened?
Happened, man?
To him?
Oh, Cupcake. Oh, man, that's a messed up story. He's a watchdog, man. And all he did was watch. One part watch, no part dog. The robbers came into the house, took everything, then left.
And he didn't do anything?
Nope, just watch. See? Watchdog, not action dog, not stop the thieves dog.
Not Christopher Walken dog, wow. It would seem that this bulldog, who was the bulldog from the beginning of the movie, was blamed for the destruction caused by the thieves, which is why he's here now.
It was 3 idiot robbers who smelled like fish and body spray.
Fish? Body spray?
Yeah. Why?
Where do you live?
Off Old Park. Why?
That's my street. I know someone that smells like fish. Could be the same guy.
Of course it's the same guy. How do you know him?
He was at the house today, before we left.
He was casing the joint.
Casing the joint?
Yeah, he's going to do the same thing to your family like he did to my family. You're going to get robbed, and then you are going to stay here for the rest of your life. You have to go there. You have to stop them.
Stop them? How? I can't call 911. This room doesn't even have a phone. And we don't have thumbs!
Thanks, movie, you just took away 30% of my joke material with that observation. Columbus is able to hear this conversation thanks to his family watching the kennel surveillance video feed on their tablet. So anyone can see what this AAA guy is doing at any time, and he's still in operation? This is a very forgiving world, apparently. The family stops at an ice cream parlor, which incidentally has the cartoon faces of their dogs on the sign. Yeah, that makes sense. And what kind of ice cream parlor is open 24 hours a day? Determined to save his brother, and I gotta be honest, it's pretty cute that Columbus refers to Bone as such, Columbus releases the parking brake, and... come on, Asylum. Your visual effects have been getting better these last few years, but that looked awful! You couldn't have Columbus escape through the door being dislodged or something?
Where is Columbus?
There he is!
He's in some cutaway shot I couldn't possibly have seen. Bone, meanwhile, manages to escape and makes a mad dash for home. The thieves try breaking in, during the day where any of these neighbors can spot them, but Bone scares them off by making a bunch of car alarms go off. I didn't know that lightly touching a hubcap was enough to make that happen. While the thieves wait for the alarms to stop, Bone booby-traps the entire house. I questioned why he would make an observation like how he has no thumbs with which he could dial 911, but frankly, I'm very impressed with how this montage is shot. He comes up with all of these trap ideas with no time to think about them, and it's shot in such a way so that it almost looks like he might be doing it. I'm surprised he wouldn't have figured out a way to dial the phone.
Game's afoot. Remember, play it smart.
Right. Play what smart?
Remember, we have to look as conspicuous as possible.
What game are we playing smart? Seriously, I don't know the rules. Who goes first? Can I be the thimble?
And there goes the fleeting bit of respect I had for this movie. If you want to make the dog look particularly intelligent, that's fine. But it doesn't make him look all that smart when you have bad guys who have the mentality of a 3-year-old. The truck carrying Columbus comes to a stop, where we see that it's driven by Santa Claus. No, really, it's Santa Claus. And he puts his German Shepherd Diesel into the back, who volunteers to help Columbus take down the bad guys.
I've done security work. Salvage yard. Nothing like sinking your canines into an intruder's arm, ripping it out of the socket, and going for the jugular.
There's nothing like the taste of blood dripping from your lips. Merry Christmas, everyone! Columbus's family tries to catch up to him, but Diesel causes their van to spin out. Man, Diesel don't mess around, do we?
What is it?
My battery's dead.
Back at home, the thieves begin to steal everything that they can.
He's a mean one, Mr. Jake.
Jakey Claus, why? Why are you ripping off the Grinch? Why? But that doesn't last long, as Bones' booby traps go into action.
Hey, who wants tiramisu?
Wow, I've seen bad editing before, but none that was so bad that it actually hurt the characters.
Where did that dog come from?
Why does he have a rope?
No.
Good boy. Who's a good boy?
Don't you dare!
Here we go. 1, 2.
Ugh. Okay. Time to go over the bullet points of stupid for this scene. 1. That rope is in no way connected to the chandelier. 2. Even if they had hastily tied the rope to try to sell the effect, why would the chandelier be tied to the railing? No, it's not even tied to the railing. It's just kind of looped around the railing. What was holding it there before now if the dog standing on it is the only thing that was keeping it from falling? 3. They just did the same zooming trick that they used in The Dog Who Saved Christmas. It's not like these filmmakers were incapable of doing a more convincing effect, so why didn't they just do it for this shot? 4. Seriously? It's bad enough you gotta rip off The Dog Who Saved Christmas to begin with, but you're literally ripping off the falling chandelier thing? That's low even for you, the Asylum. Ugh, Jake has had enough of this. I can't say that I blame him. So he decides to call his cousin, Quentin.
Oh man, that dude's bad news.
He's effective and an expert at this kind of thing.
How much of an expert do you need to be? Just grab the dog, get a knife, and slit his little doggy throat! This movie's taking my brain to dark places. They call in Quentin, played by Kevin Sorbo, who I think captures missing dogs and uses them in some kind of extortion racket, but it's not really clear. We cut back to the family as they try to replace their tire.
Hey, we're having a father-son manly moment, huh? What do you think?
Can't wait to enter it in my diary. How I spent my Christmas vacation. Dad showed me how to strip lug nuts and we both shared sickness.
I refer you to my previous... Dad tries to ask his son if he can be a little less cynical, but I imagine it's a little hard not to be when your dad is so dumb that he somehow lets the spare tire get away from him. And then back to the thieves, where Quentin has arrived.
You know what I do for a living. But I'm not gonna do it for measly $50 this time. I want 60. The rest of that bean burrito.
It's a chimichanga.
Deal.
Are we watching a Deadpool movie?
You see that there, Chief? 3 stitches from a Great Dane who didn't care to be put down. These bite marks here, courtesy of a Chihuahua, angry little cuss named Peppy, came within inches of cutting into a vital artery.
Suppose you get a lot of scars in your business.
Nothing like the one that I got here. The mental scar that will haunt me forever.
Ah, he's talking about his role in Meet the Spartans.
So he was traveling back from the port of Bordeaux. Small, single-engine plane, carrying a cargo of illegal endangered animals. 14 French toy poodles. Crash landed in the middle of the Atlantic. 11 men went into the water. Plane went down in 12 minutes. Didn't see the first poodle for about a half hour. Because we're smugglers, no one was looking for us. Very first light, Chief. Doggy come cruising by, wagging his little tail. Now that poodle, he'd look right at you. Look you right in the eyes. See, poodle's got lifeless eyes. When he's coming, he doesn't even seem to be living. Till he bites you. Ocean turns red. And then despite all your pounding and hollering, those poodles come in and they just rip you to pieces. I've never been so frightened. Them dogs. They could have taken us all out all at once, but they just let us bob in the waters like we were squeaky toys.
Okay, show of hands. Who wants to see the Asylum make that movie? So yes, on top of ripping off The Dog Who Saved Christmas, we're now ripping off Jaws as well. What's even weirder is that this movie was made in 2013, and The Dog Who Saved Summer, which was a ripoff of The Karate Kid, was released in 2015. The Dog Who Saved Christmas inspired Alone for Christmas, and subsequently, Alone for Christmas inspired The Dog Who Saved Summer. I think this movie just might be its own grandpa. Anyway, he starts fishing for the dog with some steak, but Bone just tosses it into Not Fat Guy's pants. Hey, morons! Assuming that you have indeed snagged him and he's not letting go, why don't you just follow the line and grab him yourself? And what's the end result of all of this? Not Fat Guy gets hurt and more of the movie is wasted.
Hooray!
More wacky shenanigans ensue as Bone leads Quentin to the train track around the tree. Apparently, your standard electric train set runs on 1.21 gigawatts. Then he just leaves. Come on, Kevin. Your ridiculous character was the only thing making this movie fun. Couldn't you try to blow up the dog's head with an air tank at least once before you go? So we go back to the dog springing more traps on the thieves, all of which rely on coincidence and the stupidest of stupidity for them to work.
What's the matter, doggy? Get stuck in a laundry chute? It serves you right, you little troublemaker.
Yeah, that's nice. Now let's see what would really happen. Numbnuts roasting on an open fire. They finally get their mitts on Bone, and they lock him in the closet. Again, I have to ask, why don't you just murder the dog right here, right now? They resume robbing the house, and Jake does nothing about his current condition. If he really can't just rip off the stuffed animals, why doesn't he try to steal some of DeLuise's clothes? Santa takes Columbus back home, and shockingly, the thieves easily put him in the closet with Bone. I'm surprised this didn't result in all of them getting knocked out the front door comedically. Thanks to Not Fat Guy being as smart as a bowl of pudding, the dogs managed to escape. Instead of simply leaving with their stolen goods, Jake orders them to hunt for the dogs so they can kill them, I guess? I don't know, if he wanted to do that before, why didn't he just do it when he had the chance? The dogs somehow get onto the roof so they can pull not Macaulay Culkin through the chimney? How? How do they put mousetraps into the kids' stockings? Why would they even think to put them in there at all? Or did the parents put the mousetraps into the stockings? These parents are sick! How does a little satellite dish act as a counterweight heavy enough to pull this off?
Let's turn up the heat.
Keep it tight, Rob. Oh, clench it up. Oh.
Well, let's pretend for the moment that a little indigestion actually can affect a fire like that. Given that, how is this guy still alive after this little mishap? Bone somehow uses a treadmill to throw silverware at Jake. If I have any 5-year-olds watching my show, please tell me that you can see how stupid this is. I really don't think I should have to explain this to you. Long story short, Bone, Columbus, and Diesel, who is only now showing up for some reason, capture the thieves and they somehow tie them up in wrapping paper. Of course they do. The family comes home, because they just assumed that Columbus would be here, and they aren't even a little surprised by the thieves being there. I guess this just happens every Christmas. Ah, did you see that? They zoomed in on the star over the tree because the 3 thieves were looking for baby Jesus? Our movie comes to an end as they have a nice dinner at home, leaving their poor old grandmother alone for Christmas.
Hooray!
Oh, but wait! It turns out that Santa and his wife are their grandparents. What a twist? They were going to Grandma's house, but Grandma wasn't even there to welcome them? Was this a race to see who could get to Grandma's house first?
So that's why there's a German Shepherd here.
Why didn't they instantly recognize Diesel as their dog? And then it starts snowing. If they had established that this is an area that doesn't regularly see snow, maybe we could appreciate what a Christmas miracle this is. So that was Alone for Christmas. Just as it should be. I know it's the asylum, but man, this was a dumb movie. The characters are all stupid, the dogs are way too smart for believability, the story is painfully contrived, the editing's a joke, Kevin Sorbo was completely wasted in this movie, and the bit about making the grandparents look like the Clauses was completely pointless. I honestly thought it was going to be the real Santa Claus watching out for kids being naughty or nice, or just going around giving little Christmas miracles here and there to people who wouldn't see them coming, but nope! They're just a couple of senior citizens who simply look like Santa and the Misses. Because Christmas? As its title would suggest, this movie should be left alone for Christmas. But as for you, my amazing fans and friends, I wish nothing but the happiest of holidays, the merriest of Christmases, and a happy new year. See you later.
Jingle bells, jingle bells,
jingle
all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Ride in a one-horse open sleigh, dashing through the...
That was all right, but you're a little slow coming in. Let's try again.
I thought it was pretty good. Dashing through the snow. In a one-way open sleigh. That music. Laughing all the way.
Is he okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. What fun it is to laugh and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh! Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride open sleigh. A day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride, and soon this fairly bright was sitting by my side. Yum, 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 yum. Misfortune seemed his lot. We got into a drifted bank, and then we got upset. Oh, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey! Jingle bells, jingle bells. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
In a one-horse
open sleigh. Wow! Jingle bells, jingle bells. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Boom, boom.
Subscribe, like, follow, comment, share, watch more.